I just asked you a question.
And I asked you a question. You failed to answer a single one of mine. Frankly, I find this whole thing a waste of time. If you want to read the book and critique the book, why don't you read and critique the book? If you want to critique me, you can think whatever you want of me.
Why don't you
frankly,
just try and
I don't
answer
care.
the
I don't frankly give a damn what you think of me since I've never heard of you.
And I've never heard of you until I briefed myself for this. But that's not the issue. You have a new book out.
Then why the hell are you interviewing me, sir?
It's an interesting book. But my point is, your book claims that
society... Well, it'd be nice if you would quote it from time to time.
Your book is... Well, actually, I've done so several times, and I'm about to do so again, if you would let me just finish the question. Your book claims that society is turning its back on Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah,
what are those values? What are the values it's turning its back on?
I'm not inclined to continue an interview with a person as badly motivated as you as an interviewer. So I think we're done here. I appreciate your time, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time and for showing that anger is not part of American political discourse. Now, Mr. Shapiro, we'll say goodbye.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me. Anyway, so first off, I want to say this. This whole shirt off thing, this is not towards attention. I don't really care like that. I just didn't do washing today, so I don't have any shirts. I don't have anything to put on except like something that I wouldn't wear on camera. I don't know. I just don't care like that. I just working on the video. Anyway, we talking about Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. You get me? I don't think I've ever really just talked about him as much. I might have done a few, like said a few words about him. But truthfully, I really don't like him that much. Okay? I do not like Ben Shapiro. I told you, I let a person cook, like, as long as they benefiting everybody, like, cause he spit a lot of truth. You get me? But I've always said that his truth was more towards him than anything else.
Trump, would you vote for Mr. Trump in 2020?
I'd certainly consider voting for Mr. Trump in 2020, just like I'd consider voting for anybody else in 2020.
But didn't you once say that you'd never vote for him?
I said that I wouldn't vote for him in 2016. And then I wrote a column for National Review explaining the conditions under which I might change my mind.
You're a culture war warrior. Isn't he largely on your side? You wrote once it was unlikely he'd appoint conservative judges to the Supreme Court. He has.
Right.
So you were wrong.
And so I like many of President Trump's policies, even if I still have serious reservations about his personality and character.
Do you think there's a Democrat that could beat him in 2020?
Sure, I think there are several Democrats who could beat him in 2020.
Who would have the best chance?
I think that Joe Biden is likeliest to beat him, considering that he has significant appeal in a lot of the Rust Belt, in places like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, the places that President Trump needs to win to retain the presidency. And Joe Biden also has a long history in politics, which means that the American people already have sort of a preconceived vision of him. President Trump, as a campaigner, is very good at dragging unknowns through the mud, or at exposing details about people that are previously sort of covered up. Bad and wrong.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
Well, I suppose that's true. But if you would like to, again, if you'd like to read me the column out loud, I suppose I can critique it for you.
Oh, well, again, with Mr. Obama, you said, and you're Jewish yourself. I only mention that because to put this in context. The Jews who vote for Obama are, by and large, Jews in name only. Ginos, you call them.
My statement was based on the fact that Jews in the United States, as an ethnic group, are largely irreligious, which is true by every single poll. Jews are the most irreligious group in the United States. As an Orthodox Jew who actually takes Judaism seriously, the point that I am making is that most Jews who are ethnically Jewish are not religiously Jewish in any context.
No. The point you were making is that Jews who vote for Obama are Jews in name only.
Exposing details about people that are previously sort of covered up. But when it comes to Joe Biden, he's been well exposed for a very long time. Most people know him, and he's not nearly as unpopular even going in as Hillary Clinton was in 2016.
Ben Shapiro is a nerd, you get me? But he was a nerd that went through a lot of bullying and stuff like that, you get me? But he made it through, with his personality still intact. So he good. You get what I'm saying? Now you come along and you threaten his way of life because he's winning. You get me? The way he is the way he's winning. You get me? But if you threaten that, then he comes out. You get me? He comes at you. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that, because it's not about truth or anything. It's just he's winning this way. We need this to continue so he can keep winning. You get what I'm saying? He's really a traitor. He's a fake person, and he'll do anything to make sure he's good. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You get me? Luckily, he just happened to be on the side of truth because he winning. You get what I'm saying? But then he jumps up and he says some things about Trump and Ron DeSantis.
He's 76 years old. He has no ability to control his mouth or his typing fingers. He has no sort of actual plan to win. I mean, he literally complained in 2020 that he was robbed of the election through voter fraud, but no one will ask him a simple question. How do you plan to unrob the election in 2024? He's wildly unpopular with women. He has an approval rating, last I checked, in the 20s. And by the available data, he will probably underperform how he performed in 2020. DeSantis is extremely meticulous about how he approaches politics. He's good at actually governing. The dirty little secret about Florida is it's a really well-governed state, right? We have all the culture war stuff that makes the national media, but the stuff that doesn't make the national media is that when there's a hurricane, we're rebuilding bridges within like a day.
Now remember, Trump. Ben Shapiro. You know he was talking with Trump, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Trump this, Trump that. You get what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden it's Trump is the bad. You get what I'm saying? Orange man bad. You get me? Because he got Ron DeSantis. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, Ben Shapiro fake. He doesn't care about right or wrong. He don't care about honor or any of that. You get what I'm saying? He just a nerdy ass dude who happened to be on the right side. You get what I'm saying? He right up there with a lot of people at Fox News. You get what I'm saying? You know, Daily Wire and shit like that. Candace Owens and all that shit like that. A lot of these people it's like just pearly things. You get me? A lot of these people are only good because they're winning. They're only spitting these facts because they're winning. You get what I'm saying? So they're winning with those facts. You get me? But if you take that away, they'll switch up.
Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump, you would, from what you say, I think, probably go for Mr. Trump.
Yes, I would vote for Mr. Trump if it were a race between Biden and Trump, because I think that the damage that President Trump has done to the country on a character and rhetorical level has already been done and cannot be undone. I don't see it as getting worse day by day. That is the new status quo, unfortunately. Now the question becomes which policies I would most like to see enacted, and Trump's policy preferences are closer to my own than Joe Biden's are.
They'll switch up. You get me? So now he on Ron DeSantis team. You get me? So here I am listening to this video where you calling Trump 76. He can't write. He can't do this. And I'll listen like, bro, where is this coming from? But then you understand it because he fake. He a fake ass motherfucker. You get me? Him and Ron DeSantis. Both of them. You get me? They just happen to be winning at the moment. You get me? Every time you look at Ron DeSantis, he look like he not sure what he doing, but he looking to see if everybody like what he's saying. So it's like, yeah, no more gays around here. You get me? Yeah, because we're not going to tolerate.
Republicans are all in on Trump, even if they know that he's going to lose. But are you surprised at how bad DeSantis is as a presidential?
I expected he would be better. There's no question. I mean, he was a juggernaut in Florida, and coming out of those midterm elections where the Republican Party didn't do as well as expected, and Ron DeSantis consolidated Florida, the blue counties, the red counties. He just looked like a star of the Republican Party. I thought when he actually launched the campaign, there'd be more magic. It hasn't been there. You know, now there's more and more articles about how it's just lackluster and failure to launch. To me, I look at the Republican field and I think, look, maybe this field would be exciting and something that would motivate voters without a Trump. Maybe they'd look at a Ron DeSantis, who isn't exactly the most charming, but totally competent. He's a totally competent guy and is going to govern the way that most Republicans in America would love. And say, we don't care. We don't need charm. We need a winner. We need to get somebody on our team in the office. The problem is no one can get past the gorilla. He's 800 pounds. He dominates everything. And on top of him just sucking up all the oxygen, Paul, he's totally charming and entertaining.
Your ass out of here. All these people ain't nothing but Trump tards. You get me? who liberals can easily manipulate a little bit more. They can manipulate these Trump-tards a little bit more. You get what I'm saying? It's like I can't get to the big guy, Donald Trump, but I can get his minions. How much it costs? I'm sitting up here thinking about that time on the stage. This how you know Ben Shapiro a hoe. This how you know he a hoe. Remember that time he was on the stage with the trans person? You get what I'm saying? And they was like, let's talk about your genetics. See, Ben Shapiro say that because he felt he was in a group. He was safe. You get me? He get big, bold. You get me? Say, yeah. Let's talk about your genetics. Until that man came out of that trans person.
Know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you to discuss the genetics or no?
Well, no.
What are your genetics?
So let's stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion. Yeah.
You cut that out, or I'm gonna send you out of here in an ambulance, man. That's mildly inappropriate.
That's how you know he fake. You get you a bitch, Ben Shapiro. You got punked by a girl, a trans woman. You get it at that. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know he fake. You get me? He'll run DeSantis. He'll jump on him. You get me? Because it's okay. Look, this is what they want to happen. Look, if Trump wins, things will start going in order. Things will probably start going in order because think about it. This is how you do it. If you're going to fix a problem, you got to back up to where the problem started. Okay. We're not going to play this game like we should go this way. Let's go this way. You get what I'm saying? No. Okay. Look, we start with Trump. Everything was going a certain way. They fucked it up. They didn't like that. So boom, they mixed it up. Cool. We get to Joe Biden. Things get worse. You get what I'm saying? And your idea of fixing the problem is okay, let's take the pipe this way. Let's turn left and try this way. No, motherfucker. Let's back up. It's like, where did the problem start at? Well, it started right here when this happened. Okay, that's when we need to go back. We need to back up before that to where we was doing good at. And we start from there. That's how you fix a problem. You get me? You don't just vary out to another section. You know what? That's so stupid. That's so crazy because I just saw this video. It is guy at this nutty putty cave. You get what I'm saying? The guy goes into a section. He goes into a section, right? And it's supposed to vary out for him to be able to go into a bigger part of the cave. They call it the birth canal. You get what I'm saying? And the man goes into the birth canal section, and that's where he thought he was at. But in truth, he had varied off into the wrong section. You get what I'm saying? Now, in his mind, he was like, something wrong. I'm feeling tightness in my chest. Something not right. Now, he was like, nah, maybe I'm being crazy. Let's keep pushing forward. You get me? He felt the problem. He saw something wrong. Maybe we need to back up some because something not feeling right. Let's back up. And if he would have backed up, he would have probably noticed that, I didn't go the right way. Boom. But no, he kept going. Long story short, he ended up in a fucking part where he ended up stuck upside down. The man is stuck upside down. You get what I'm saying? He goes out to a part and it falls into a downward spot. They can't get him out and he died and he's still there to this day. You get what I'm saying? Man, stop listening to these people who think we should just keep pushing forward. We'll get there. Just keep pushing forward. You get me? Ben Shapiro don't give a fuck about nobody. He just winning. You get me? Trump get in office right now. He fixes the problem. What the fuck does Ben Shapiro got to talk about? Nothing. You get me? Yeah. Ben Shapiro don't never want to talk about nothing. Bye.
Appropriate for a political discussion? Yeah, this one was wild. There's a lot to this particular backstory. So, first of all, I was invited on the program, and backstage, the producer says, I used to produce Jerry Springer. This should have been my first hint that things were going to get wild. And I said, you know my perspective on this. And the person said, right, that's why we're having you on. We want it to be like a lively debate. We want you to just express your opinions and everything. All right, fine.